Okay, so I want to read a quote from a guy called Gary Keller, very clever guy, founder and chairman of Keller Williams, the largest real estate company internationally by agent count. I think they've got 125,000 agents. And Keller, about 12 years ago, wrote a book called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And in that book, all that book was basically was a documentation of a whole bunch of research they did with their top agents. So they took from all of their agents around the States, they said, okay, who's earning $1 million or more in personal commission? And they took those people, they brought them together for 2 weekends in a row, and they had a workshop, and they asked them a very simple question. They said, what does it take to earn $1 million as a real estate agent? And they let the agents answer the question. And they documented, and then they started seeing some commonalities between all these people. And that book, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, is a documentation of their findings. Now, this is where this quote comes from. Can I just see a show of hands before we read this? How many of you would like to earn more? Oh, good. I'm in the right room then, okay? So, listen to Gary Keller's words. One of the first things I ask when consulting one-on-one with someone who wants to earn more is, so you've just raised your hand, you want to earn more, you're sitting one-on-one with Gary Keller. What's he going to ask you now? Do you have enough leads that if you closed them properly, you'd be reaching your goals? So now, you raised your hand, I'm going to throw that question back at you. Do you have enough leads consistently coming into your business that if you just closed a reasonable percentage of them, whatever you think a reasonable percentage is, you would make the number that you would like to make? Now, is there anybody in the room honest enough to say no? You don't have enough leads coming in. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what that means? That means you're ambitious. That means you want more than you currently have. Good for you. Now, what would Gary Keller tell you? So if they say no, I tell them to put everything else on hold and go and get more leads. Folks, I want you to understand how staggering, how radical that advice is. Gary Keller would tell you, what on earth are you spending your day doing? Forget about that seller who will not listen to you on the overpricing of, just forget about it. Go and get more leads. Forget about the buyer that you've shown 10 things to and they can't quite make up their dilly-dally mind about. Just go and get more leads.